Part 2 of the Teachings for the New Golden Age by beloved Ascended Master Kuthumi. Preparing Teachers for the Golden Age. The responsibility of the teacher. Beloved ones of light, I greet you tonight in the name of the presence of harmony. It has been my joy, honor, and privilege for many years now to carry the master control of harmony wheresoever I choose to move across the face of this earth, and wheresoever I am invoked to assist those beloved life streams who show interest in the teaching of men to become a harmonizing presence in themselves and through themselves, the master control of all circumstances. Every messenger who comes from the court of the great Sanat Kumara, sooner or later, must be the controlled power by which energy is channeled into constructive and beautiful form, through those chelas and devotees who, drawn by the radiation of the light, choose to live within the periphery of such a one's aura. Until that accomplishment is woven into the energies of the life stream, the secrets and powers of the sacred fire cannot be released in their fullness into the receptive consciousness of the teacher first, and through him imparted to his disciples. So in a measure, does the teacher become responsible for the amount of truth and understanding flowing from the everlasting font, because, upon the control of mastery of his own energy, does the message and the truth which flows into the life streams of the disciples in a movement depend. Within the heart of those great retreats and sanctuaries which dot the surface of this globe, the most exquisite balanced control of energy forms the pattern for daily and hourly living. And were any one of you to consciously, within your own physical bodies, step within such a holy and sanctified place, your first impression would be one of exquisite peace and relaxation. This accounts for the fact that even in the Orthodox world, the kingdom of heaven is described as a place of exceeding peace. In my service to life, representing as I do that great embodiment of cosmic harmony, whom you have come to know and love as our Lord Maitreya, it becomes my joyous opportunity, whenever given entrance into the consciousness of the devotee of truth, to remind the outer self that harmony, like mercy, love, and compassion, is not a negative, but a powerful and positive force, belonging only to the strong and cultivated through century after century of self-discipline. It is often thought that individuals who sleep within the lethargy of inertia are expressing and experiencing harmony, but nothing can be further from the truth. Those messengers who are embodied peace are not only masters of the energy which is their own allotted gift from the source of life, but they are the constant masters of the whirling sea of emotion and thought force of even the physical bodies of those who are around them. I have come this evening from Ceylon, where we all sat with our beloved Maha Sahib, the Maha Chohan, and discussed the coming opportunity when the attention of the illumined as well as the aspirants will be focused on the great teacher of all teachers, whom you know as Lord Buddha, the beloved Lord Maitreya, his assistant, the brothers of the golden robe, and my humble self. The beloved Maha Sahib, in speaking with us, suggested that we emphasize through this entire 30-day period that every facet of expression through the entire 7 rays is embodied harmony, whether it is the strong drive of ordered service in which every wheel fits into its proper place, whether it is the harmony which comes from the understanding, the harmony which is within beauty, the harmony that lies within the compass of the scientific balance of life, or that within the glory of our beloved brother Jesus, worship and ceremony, or the perfection and harmony within the 7th ray. We are so desirous of coupling the knowledge which feeds the intellect and stirs the feeling with that definite application by which those of you who are chosen to wear the golden robe may become the master control of the energies that are yet within the compass of your sphere of influence. The dispensation from the heart of the great central sun increased the number of life streams to be given the opportunity in the next 6-month period to contact and blend with their own Christ self. It becomes a service of the brothers of the golden robe to, in some manner, infiltrate the consciousness of these chosen ones against the mass pressure of the tides of energy which form the lower atmosphere of Earth, until they can sense at least the power of the presence of God within the heartbeat. Again and yet again in the East, century after century after century, is the disciple turned to that teacher of teachers until he can recognize his voice. Then, comprehending his truth, he leans no longer on form of any kind, neither guru nor master, nor any externalized manifestation of the One. But in our beautiful East, where the heaven is open and the cathedral of life provides a natural setting for the development of the soul, it is not difficult for the individual to become quiet enough so that the impressed directives of the Master open the way for that communion by which soul growth and development and spiritual maturity are attained. When we turn our attention to the West, the entire current and directives of our endeavors must adapt themselves to the rapid pace with which the vibratory action of mankind at present is so deeply enmeshed. I long for the opportunity to take you, collectively as well as individually, into an aura that has been protected and sustained in undisturbed harmony for even 30 days. Long, long before my personal victory, when I endeavored to draw the spiritual community at Crotona, my contemplations led me to believe that in the silence, this peace and harmony might be established sufficiently so that aspirants could, at least, find the way home. Some thought that discipline of the silence severe, and so it was, for it made every man face himself, and without the crutch of words or contact, he had to walk back alone into that secret place of the Most High, and there abide, becoming cognizant through that endeavor of the Christ. As the beloved Saint Germain is intensifying the radiation of the freedom flame through his exquisite retreat in the Transylvanian mountains, we are preparing to accept the consciousness of those of you who wish to go beyond the collective unfoldment of the masses to that height of understanding which you all once knew. This is thus but a reawakening of the dormant memory which stirs within you when we come together, but which slumbers again when the stimulus of our flame and presence withdraws. With each such coming, as our love enfolds you, that memory intensifies through the folds of your outer consciousness, and you sleep not as soundly as before, and so, in patience, we return again, and yet again, to gently feed that immortal flame of your life. We know that, in so doing, one day you too will become that master presence. May I thank you on behalf of the beloved El Moria, whom I love as much as life itself, for your kindness and willingness to serve with him. It was not so long ago that we sat together and he spoke to me of this design that he held within his heart, which he felt would help our beloved Saint Germain as he faced another crisis in his constant endeavour to serve the peoples of earth. I was surprised to find him ready to begin again so soon after our endeavours through theosophy, through the activity of the Bridge to Freedom, but yet, in that decision which was his, I promised to stand by his side, for I love him. I love the service in which our heart's light has bound us together in friendship, which has been one of the sweetest experiences of my individualization. It is a beautiful thing for me to see that his circle of friends grows larger, and that those who feared him fear no more, but have accepted the kindness, the sweetness, and the great love that is within his heart. As the days unfold into years, and as you come to know us and to join in closer and closer association with us, I am sure you too will cherish that friendship. It brings us each into such a sweet association, dear hearts, that enables us, through you, to serve the race and you, through us, to taste the glory of heaven long before the day when your own individual call is come. The final page in your book of life written, your record balanced, and your heart's return home. We who have passed this way know well this yearning, know well the sacrifice entailed in remaining, for it was not so long since we too struggled with opinions, and we too hoped and felt disappointments through the accumulation of human selves, and we too stopped to build again upon the ashes of our previous endeavours. I stood myself and saw my beautiful school burnt to the ground at Crotona, within it all the records of a lifetime, all the exquisite achievement of pupils in whom I had invested all the energies of my being. Artwork, the like of which has not been seen since the days of Atlantis. Sculpture, marble figures, dashed from their pedestals and crushed by vandal hands. Gardens and exquisite trees were destroyed until only rubble remained of a vision into which I had invested a lifetime. I have never dared to revivify that vision in my free estate, nor have I looked back until this day. And yet, the experiences within that life were such that they did enable me to become master of energy. And one day my teacher said, "You are now a harmonizing presence, which will never again be disturbed by any external distress, nor any internal weakness. You are fit to enter my service and become a member of my court and one day soon, if you shall choose, wear my cloak upon your shoulders. I was happy then that, although the tears rolled down my cheeks as I saw my dream destroyed, that I had held a certain peace even in that suffering. If you could see, beloved children, how you build up that mastery, you would really welcome opportunities to flood the flame from within your own God self through energy of a turbulent nature. And one day, when you stand before Lord Maitreya and you feel the benediction and blessing, you will be happy indeed for every endeavor along this line. I am grateful for your calls for rain, and I am grateful for the release through nature. I am sensitive beyond all words to describe to the song of nature and to her cry, for it was in the cathedral of nature that I found my peace and my ultimate victory. Even yet, wherever I am, as long as I remain within the orbit of this earth, I sense and respond to any cry from the earth or from the nature kingdom, the four-footed kingdom, or your own body elementals when distress causes unhappiness. I have felt the people of India and China, where those great famines wipe out millions of life streams. I feel exceedingly for the people who suffer, because the creations of mankind have been such that nature can no longer abundantly supply them. There is no reason, there is no need for drought, flood, or any type of distressing situation to manifest in an area where ascended master students are living. We always look with hope that one may open the door, that we may render the service and bring the balance. It is one thing for the unconscious masses to suffer, but it is an indignity to our own life and our friendship for those who are our heart friends to allow such suffering in their presence. May I commend you, then, on your endeavours and encourage you in my commendation to go further. I thank you and I bless you. Good night.